Now, when it comes to layers, one thing you should remember is um, in moho, whatever layer you create um, latest will be considered on top. Now let me show you what that means. Let's say I'm going to copy the tongue. I'm going to select all the points, hold down Control and press X. That will cut that layer, the information on that layer. Let's go to mouth based. I will press Control V. Okay? So what happened right now is that it basically put that layer on top of everything else. Let me turn it down off the tongue, and for the sake of this, let's turn off the masking feature. Okay. So I'm going to turn off everything else as well. So on this single layer, I copied and pasted the tongue on top, right? And this is why it has created the tongue in front of the mouth. But what if I want the mouth to be in front of the tongue? Right? I'm going to select that by clicking on the line. So I'm going to select the points on the mouth, hit Control X. That will cut those points out, and then I will press Control V. Now, since this shape is created later, it's actually cutting out or becoming in front of that layer. Now this might be confusing in the beginning, but as we add in layers, you see it much better. So over here, what I want to do is I want to have the outer mouth, right? I'm going to hit Control C and Control V and just move the second mouth on the same layer, by the way. These are all happening on the same layer. I'm going to move this a little bit further away, and now I want to move these lines and keep them close, but not exactly on top of the previous lines. Right? So the second layer, this is the inner of the mouth. And now I want to go and click on the line. Now I select the other one, the outer layer, which is the lips in this case. And let's go to shape, and I'm going to select that. And under style, I'm going to turn off the fill. I don't need to have the fill here. So initially, basically what I did, I created one layer for the lip, an inner layer for the mouth, and in order for it not to be confusing, let's actually go in there and turn off the stroke on that one. That will make it a little bit easier to see. So I select the inner one. So this is outer one. Let's see which one we have. And I will turn off the stroke. Okay? So essentially now we have a layer which is the red color of the inner mouth, and we have one layer which is the lips in this case. So this, now the tongue layer needs to be between these two layers, right? Let's select this. I'm going to click once on the line to select all the points, hit Control X and Control V. That puts it on top of these both ones. Now what I want to do is go and select the outer part of the mouth, which is this one, Control X and Control V. Right? And that is basically controlling the rest of that. And again, this is not looking nice, but we don't want this to be looking like this, so I have to change the shape on this one. This is more traditional way of actually applying the changes. You're basically drawing everything according to those lines. So it's totally up to you how you want to approach this. you want to go with the way we learned it, or this one, again, I'll leave it up to you. And we do the same thing for the teeth. So I'm not going to delete this one. We're going to grab onto the teeth and bring it down, and so on and so forth. So let's leave it as is. I don't want to use the teeth right now. With the mouth. Now the second level is basically to create different actions for ourselves. So you know what, let me just take this, I'm going to copy this later, and I'm going to take it out of the mouth. And let's just turn off the mouth too. So this is our mouth base. Now I'm going to bring in my reference. And I'm going to start with creating different shapes for the mouth. So over here, that's O. Let's create the O with our mouth. I'm going to duplicate this. And let's call this O. Let's start by creating the outer shape. So the inner shape. Let's turn off the base. So I'm going to create O. Bring these ones down. Okay, so that's an O. I'm going to duplicate this layer. Let's go to CD. Well, actually, we have that as mouth base. So C, D, G, K, N, whatever. Let's just call it that. C, D, J, K, N, S, T, X, Y, Z. Okay, that's one. And then let's go to B, M, P.